me very ungraciously getting back on the bike. How are we doing? Welcome back to another Monday live stream. Great to have you here. We've got a 45-minute session ahead, which if you're tuning in on Zwift and on YouTube, ride will be starting in seven and a half minutes. So, as always, I'm on the pedals, Alex is on the chat. If you have any questions for either of us, just let us know. But if you are tuned in, where are you coming in from? Excuse me, I just ate a sandwich before I jumped on the bike. I have a feeling it's going to sit probably in about here as I'm riding. Aye. But yeah, getting ready to go. Gotta confess, I have not been on my bike since Wednesday. Didn't manage to get out over the weekend, and yesterday we had snow. Yep, snow. And it's June. So I'm a little bit apprehensive as to what the summer might bring. But that's okay. Because it's not like, you know, summer's going to be a bit different this year anyway. It feels weird not to have travel plans set in stone or be knowing kind of what's happening. So at the moment we're just within Europe waiting to see what borders are opening up and when, and whether we can get back to the UK or we just don't really know what's going on at the moment. So take it day by day, which I think is what everyone else is doing. Got people hi from Cape Town. What's the time in Cape Town? I don't know what the difference is between South Africa and Europe. A few people on the Zwift chat saying that furlough is flying by now. I think everyone has adjusted to maybe not working or to doing reduced hours, and so the prospect of going back to full-time, particularly if you're going back into an office or going back to 5 days a week, is a little bit challenging. Is there any way to access the cafe ride from last week? The live stream is there, but in terms of accessing the file for Zwift, there's not. It's a real grey area in terms of how we can get the actual file to people from Zwift, but today's session is the same, so I think it's the same. Yes, it is the same. We've got a lovely block of effort and then some cadence in the middle and then some more block of effort. It doesn't make sense. A block of effort, blocks of effort, efforts, and 45 minutes will fly by. Look, we've got 4 minutes before we jump into the official warm-up. Still some people just jumping in. Hi from sunny Scotland. Hello. I'd really rate Scotland. I'd actually love to get back there sometime soon. We were in Edinburgh. No, we weren't. We were in Glasgow 2 years ago, and I really would like to go back and actually see a bit more of Scotland. So, any recommendations? Edinburgh Film Festival is on the list, but I think that's obviously cancelled this year, or postponed maybe. But hopefully can get there at some point. Don't know if you saw, but New Zealand today, obviously I'm biased, but it's got to be one of the greatest countries in the world. The Prime Minister announced that's it, they're dropping. So a couple of weeks ago they went to what they call level 2, which meant restaurants and cafes and pubs and things had all opened up. And I think there was a restriction on mass gatherings of 100 people or more, so weddings and some celebrations couldn't take place. And they've announced that there were 21 deaths, but there's 0 people now that are even actively infected. So they've completely eradicated it, which is amazing. So they're just back to normal. They're like, cool, yep. We had a solid 7 weeks, I think, fighting it, and they're done now. So we can go back into New Zealand, but we'd have to quarantine for 2 weeks in a government issue hotel. But basically, as soon as you get off the plane, you put on a bus, fishbowl on the head, and that's your 14 days, and then you're released into the wild. We don't really know what the deal is going into the UK, if it's the same, or hearing mixed reports that it's still quite lax people using public transport and doing groceries and whatnot. So every country's different. Just gonna switch this over. Oh no, maybe not yet. Yeah. Can't read the comments. Might need my glasses. But Alex is on the chats. We've got Zwifters coming in from Frankfurt, Berlin, Yorkshire, Hull, Derbyshire, Leeds, Brussels. God, we're a global bunch. Check us out. Did I just say check us out? Check us out. I don't know what words I'm stringing together, but they're not great. Altitude today, it's just a cracking 1,980 metres, as per usual. So if I'm getting a little bit breathless, that's why. We've got Northern California. Whew. Again, time difference must be quite something for these rides. Alright, guys, 20 seconds, and then we're going to ease into our first 4-minute workup. Warm up. Oh my gosh. Brain function is at an all-time low. Right, I'm going to switch over to Swift. Oh. There we go. Alright, into the warm-up. 4 minutes. Here we go. Look at all those happy. Oh look, there's some illuminated bicycles. Got to get me one of those. But it's a good solid couple of months being on Zwift before you get one of those. You know, something to work through though. Here we go. Things that I'm working on for this ride is trying to maintain my warm-up pace and recovery pace. So every grey block I would like to try and get a star on, because I'm a shocker for doing the effort and then either slowing right down or stopping, and it means I don't get the star. And what I don't like about Alex Commander in the Zwift chat is he's making fun of me wearing a hoodie. And you know, why do we call it a warm-up? It's because you want to get warm. So when I'm sufficiently warmed, I'll take the hoodie off. Yeah. So he can suck on a big lemon, because, you know, if you're still wearing a hoodie, if you're not sufficiently warmed up yet, that's cool. Because we do 4 minutes and we're not even halfway through yet, so plenty of time to get warmed up. And rightly so, big shout out to everyone who's joining these regularly. That's really cool, because every week I'm like, no one's going to join these. no one's going to turn up, and people do, and it's really nice. And I hope you get something out of it, because we absolutely love it. Love doing it. Gina's done 4 weeks in a row, and it's 7 a.m. So it's commitment. If I have to give it up at 7 a.m. I'm telling everyone all day, like, I deserve a medal for that. Which is weird, because I used to, when I lived in London, or when I lived in Essex but commuted to London, I used to get up at 4:45 every morning, and I'd lose 3 hours of my day because the journey was like 90 minutes one way and 90 minutes home. And coming from good old New Zealand, that sort of commute just, I don't know if I could ever get used to it. And a lot of people do it for decades because it's the norm. Right, I'm trailing behind, I think, because the elastic band is not working again. Zwift, if you're watching, it'd be great if you can sort that one out. But it's cool, you guys can drop me on my own ride. I don't mind. Just make sure it's working for you, so you're getting something out of it. Oh, this is bumping up a bit again, isn't it? So our warm up comes to a close in 30 seconds, and then we've got a nice minute just to get ready before that first little interval. If you're managing to type on Zwift and do this, you must teach me how to multitask, because I can't do it. I definitely can't do it. Melba update. He's good. He's actually for sale. If anyone would like to buy Nelbit, he's for sale. Because he's consistently, last night, woke us up, 2 a.m, 4 a.m, 5:30, 6, then again about 7. And he doesn't need anything. He's got water in his bowl, kibbles, biscuits, like, he's a well looked after cat. He just wants your attention. So I keep joking with him that we'll sell him. And I'm like, he can't understand, or if he can. He's probably just going to keep doing it because he's a cat. Right, I'm sufficiently warm. We've now got 10 seconds and we're coming into our first 20 seconds of work. Y'all ready? Here we go. Boom. Let's pack up that power. Get all over the show today. Hold it steady. 5 seconds to go. Arches in sight. All done. So, nice little recovery here. And then we do it again for slightly longer. Crikey. I'm puffing. We've done one effort. It's a little bit concerning for what's to come. Okay. Yeah, don't worry about cadence at the moment. The middle section is where we hit cadence, and I'll let you know well in advance. If you're on a smart trainer, erg mode on. I'm really sorry the elastic band isn't working. I think that's a problem right across Zwift. So I'm definitely going to be chugging away at the back here, which is fine. Got your own pace. It's all relative to your own numbers. So if it's too easy, whack it up a notch. And if you're struggling, just dial it back. And if your FTP is going up like Gina's, it's awesome. It means each week you're improving. Cool. Next session, here we go. 30 seconds. So just try to hit that power and hold it nice and steady. Keeping our center aligned, keeping everything nice and tight. Bit of thrash around on the bike. Just think of the circles. Nice breathing. Nearly at those arches. And that's the second effort done. So we go back to just poodling along. I feel like see some comments popping up on Zwift about fat and weight gain, and honestly I'm the same with quarantine. It's only been in the last month we've been able to properly get outside, and I definitely noticed in the lead up to that was far more softer than usual. Just every part of me was a little bit squidgier, which is fine. Got more to love. Right, just some 20 seconds, and we're doing our longest block. So 40 seconds of work, and then we pyramid back down. You ready? Here we go. Come on, legs. Alright, hit that, so I'm just going to try and keep it nice and steady. Not going too much over, trying not to go too much under. That's it, 10 seconds to go. Good job. Minute 20 at this little recovery pace. Oh, I can definitely say today, struggling a bit more than usual. Not sure why, but I am, as you can hear, a bit more heavy breathing. It's cool though. Our channel is now a heavy breathing ASMR channel. So that makes us YouTubers. Okay. 30 seconds. And then we're going to do the same amount. 30 seconds. 2 more efforts like this. Nice big rest. Cruise with me, and we're going to come into this next set. You can see on YouTube there's a lot of chat about cats. Well, you would like to get another cat. I don't know how the Albert will go with it though. They actually really like to get a dog. Again, not sure how Albert's going to go with that. But I feel like animals, if you give them enough time, they sort it out between them. Okay. Halfway through the set. So I'm going to dig it in. Not long to go. Look, the arch is right there. And 90 seconds here. And one more final burst. We've got a nice big rest. Good job, Jen. If you're struggling today and you're still here, good job. Thank you for doing this with me. Rehydrate. I just got back from town earlier because all the shops opened up on the 1st of June and everywhere is having huge sales because they're clearing stock. So I've kind of avoided town just because there's lots of people, and you know, when you don't really need something, but you know, if you go, you're going to end up buying. But I succumbed today. Had a little bit of a look around, but I only bought 2 dresses, so I thought, now like €12 each. But felt like I got a bargain. Right, last session, last effort. 20 seconds. Get them on. Last one, so really give it everything. Nice rest after this. Good work. Shit, I don't have my heart. Right, I'm gonna go on. Alex! Just wondered why I couldn't see what heart rate I was doing. Alex! Gonna have to get IT supported. Not that it doesn't change anything, but it's interesting to know. If anyone's on the chat, I don't think he heard me yell, so can you say, Alex, Chanel needs you. Need my heart rate monitor. Oh.
Yes?
I need my heart rate monitor.
Don't have it on?
No.
Alright.
Should I put it on?
No.
Not super important?
No.
Okay.
Is it super hard?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes. Today it is. I feel...
Oh, you've not got good legs.
Not today.
Oh dear. Well, that's a shame.
It's basically the the feedback I give him when every now and again he'll wake up and he's like, I just don't feel it today. I'm like, it's a real shame you're professionals like this, because you gotta get up and go to work. So I think that's why he's not overly sympathetic today. Because actually the best thing you can do is just spin through it. Because I know that the session will come to an end and I will feel better for doing it. Oh, 90 seconds left here, and then we're focusing on our cadence. So I'd just say with cadence, before we hit this 40-second block, and about the 10 seconds beforehand, which I'll let you know, we want to start spinning our legs faster, just to try and get up to speed. And it can be really finicky with it telling you to spin faster but reduce your power. I get really frustrated with that, but it does eventually find it. So just try and just look at that cadence, don't focus on anything else. The watts will establish themselves as a result. And cadence, if you're new and joining, cadence is basically how fast your legs are spinning. So just below your heart rate number, which is beside the watts, there's a little circle with a stick through it. Apparently that's a pedal, and that's the number that we want to be hitting. It'll either say 100 or 110. So every little sprint is different. Okay. Getting ready, so we want to start spinning a bit faster now because we're coming into this next block. Just get those legs going. Cool. So 100 is what we're looking for. Once just really kind of concentrate on that RPM. There we go. Nice and steady. Easier said than done, I know. Legs going round. 5 seconds to go. Well done. Well done, team. So we've got another 4 of those. We're just concentrating on cadence. I didn't say 500 RPM. I said 100, didn't I? I don't know if anyone can do 500 RPM. I don't even know if top sprinters could do that. Can they? 500 watts, definitely. But not 500 RPM. Just seeing it on my screen. I don't know. Maybe just smashing records, right? Let's get those legs spinning. Get that cadence up. Here we go, 30 seconds. Good job. 10 seconds to go. Woohoo! Back down to our grey. I've actually got some exciting news on the bike front. I'm getting 2 new bikes. Can't tell you what they are yet, but you'll know about them when they come. I'm very, very excited and I think they'll be well used, like really well used. So there's something to look forward to. I don't know why this is saying I'm doing 500 RPMs. Okay, 40 seconds, and then we're talking back into a 20-second effort. Catch your breath, bit of recovery. About to hit it again. Let's get those legs moving. 20 seconds, here we come. Get those legs pumping. 110. Let's hit it. See my powers now all over the show. So you didn't get a star for that. Just you spin and then it tells you to reduce power. Even at the moment. Zwift. A great tool, but does have its flaws. wish you could do a wheelie on a stationary bike. I think that would be a pretty cool trick. Like, I don't know, can you do it attached to a turbo? Just pull the wheel off. We'll try that in the cooldown. See what happens. Right. How are you feeling? How is everyone feeling? Notice the chat gets a little bit quiet, and we generally take that to mean everyone's slogging away. So sing out how you're getting on. Okay, are you ready? 30 seconds, it's coming up. Gonna start spinning now, you've got less than 10 seconds to go. Just try and get that cadence up a little bit. Okay, now it's too high. Just trying to hold it here. Okay, 10 seconds to go. Spin, spin, spin. Get those legs working. Hey, well done. Didn't give me half a star for that. Honestly. It's a bit frustrating, disheartening. See now, look, my cadence is at 159 and I'm doing 70 watts. Now it's just halfway through. It's just clicked that it's not doing that. It's all over the show today. Might have to give up on the stars today. Okay, spinning. Come on. Oh my gosh. Seriously. Okay, well, if you're collecting stars, it's not a good day for it. This thing is on crack. Like, it's frustrating. Not that it's about the stars, but when you're hitting the numbers, you know, you want the recognition for that. Wish I could see my heartbeat at the moment. It feels like it's going clappers. But yeah, numbers are all over the show. So might as well just pedal along like this. I hope that everyone else is having a normal experience on Zwift. You are getting the stars you so rightly deserve. Well, it's a nice resting place, recovery pace. So catch your breath back, have some water, do what you need to do just to get that recovery back in. Just trying to keep an eye on the jets. And no, the smart trainer is not having a very smart day. It's probably something to do with my brain function. It just senses it's all over the show. With my lack of words and trying to string proper sentences together. I am woken up a bit of a sweat. Probably because I forgot to plug the fan on. Okay, we've got about 30 seconds left. So we're into our next block of efforts. Alex! Gosh. I need a bell maybe, or like a megaphone.
Oh, I can hear your shouting. What's going on?
Can you turn it down?
This is down as far as it'll go.
Well, it's like messing up the numbers. I can't.
Well, you spin it up, otherwise that's going to get real hard, real quick.
No, but can you dial down my FTP?
I have done.
See, look at it.
Well, you're not on.
I'm pedaling.
Yeah.
It's messed up. It's completely all over the show cadence-wise.
Yeah, there's the cadence is out. Is that power out?
It's like, I mean, that feels way harder than it should.
Sweet.
Like, I've never struggled this much.
No.
During it.
No.
I cry.
There's no way to change.
I feel that, that's...
Like, yeah, I can't feel it, but that doesn't feel right. No, you're going too hard.
No, okay, reduce power.
Yeah.
And it just like, it's like it's got massive discrepancy between what you're seeing and what you're doing.
Yeah, you missed all those stars.
I know, that's why it's like, it's, and I feel like it's not just me.
No, if it's weight, like, this way, like, you'll know.
Sorry, technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Just don't look at my numbers or my star collection.
No, sticking to the little ring helps at all.
Makes it quieter.
Yeah.
But it's just struggling.
Continue open mode off. That might work.
But then won't it? It won't.
It won't go harder and easier.
It's actually on crack. Like now it's.
I've turned it right down. How's that now?
Okay, well let's see. So.
But now you do the power change. So. Yeah.
But by the time I get up to that power.
You're above it now.
No.
You don't have to. Yeah. Alright.
This is all.
Not much we can do whilst it's underway. That's the problem.
Like, look at it. You can't feel it, but that's just balls.
Change the gears down now because it's on you now for the gears.
But then now I'm like in like teenage watts.
Yeah, I think there's something up there. Sorry.
Did you tamper with this? that. I'm like, normally you sit on the trainer and you feel at one with the bike. And today it's like riding a goddamn horse or something. It's got a mind of its own. So I do apologise. Probably not what you want to see. I'm getting very close to getting off and throwing it out the window. It's just having an off day. It's having a non-smart trainer day. Probably the altitude. I'm blame it on that. But yeah, I don't know if anyone else has experienced that where it's, I mean, I'll say if I'm finding it really hard, but if I'm like really struggling and it's doing a watt that I know I can more than easily do, it's a bit frustrating. So we'll see. Now I've got to manually click up. Well, it doesn't sound very good, does it? Whew. Bit rattly. Just doesn't. At least with erg mode, kind of all the thoughts taking out of it. Oh, come on. Really trying not to swear. Trying to make sure this is family friendly. So there's no fire truck being expelled here. So listen to that. I don't even know what's doing there. Is it the chain? Is it just... yeah, it's a particular gear. Anyway, so I retract everything I was saying about the stars at the beginning of the session. I feel like there will be not many stars for this session. Yeah. This rickety old thing. Those new bikes can't come fast enough. I do think it's just having a Monday. You know, a classic Monday. Just cannot be asked. Alright guys, come on with me. These last two sessions, let's get this rickety old thing back into it. Boy. 2 more efforts. Second to last one. Oh, come on, come on! This is crazy. You know what I miss about the very first bike I had was that when I changed gears, there's a little dial right here on the handlebar and it had a number from 1 to 9 and I knew what gear I was in. I was like, cool, I'm in number 7. Touch the little tab, now I'm in number 8. Like with this, it's kind of just bingo, you know? Just keep touching the levers until something feels right. Or if I'm going uphill, you're frantically touching the levers until there's nothing more to touch. And you're spinning. And there's no gears to go down into. So, anyway, in terms of a group ride, here I am at the back here. Back to solo riding. So I hope maybe everyone else stuck together somehow, or maybe it's just been a bit of a spread out group ride today. I'm going to write it off as a very Monday ride. Last effort. Come on, ye old faithful. Can you... oh no, shit, that's me going down a gear. Good God. Come on. Do you get endorphins even if you're doing angry riding? One would hope so. Just Just gonna smash out some watts here. Drop a watt bomb. Last one. Push, push, push. Five, four, three, two, one. Guys, me and my bike are not friends today. Well done. If you finished that and you got stars, I'm very jealous. If you got stars, please send some my way. Really lacking in them today. I think that's exactly what's happened. I started talking about new bike, and my bike was like, you know what? Fire truck you. I've seen you through plenty of pedaling for nearly 3 years, and this is how you repay me. So it's like, you know what, Jack, you suck a lemon. You can do the hard yards on your own. I think that's what's happened. I think that's, the bike's really just got a mind of its own. So we're in our last block, and then we've got a 6-minute cooldown. I actually think for cooldown today, I may do some stretching. So if you want to know what happens off the bike with the cooldown, I'll show you that in a second. So we started, we filmed some sort of pre-post workouts. I know it deviates a little bit from the content that we normally rabbiting on about, but if that's useful, let us know. I was a gymnast for 8 years, and then I was on the New Zealand trampoline gymnastics team for another 6 years. So all of my kind of strength and flexibility on the bike comes from those years, and a bit of a combination with what Alex does. And I think what you do off the bike is just as important as what you do on the bike, for sure, in terms of stretching and recovery and strength work. You know, those thighs ain't gonna grow themselves. Gotta do the work. Right, I'm about to throw this out the window, so I'm gonna get off the bike, but you know, if you're pedaling, keep pedaling. Oh, another. Just get it back onto the big screen. You can see I'm sweaty, very sweaty. You know, that was hard. That was hard work. Do you think the chat bot functionality would ban me from my own stream for swearing? Because I really, really tried not to swear. And I'm trying to think what we're going to have for dinner tonight, because Alex cooked last night, so that's my turn tonight. Right. Put that down. Can't see, so I'm going to turn down my tippy toes, but leg bent behind, grab, pull back. Nice and tight. Just hold that there. Stretch out those hamstrings. Probably one of the most basic stretches, but damn, it feels good. Hold that one there. I'm going to do about 30 seconds. If you're feeling quite gymnastic, you take your hands off and practice just balancing. I find if you concentrate on a sport, that helps. Switch legs. I know I'm doing this. This makes the time go faster. But yeah, pull that hamstring back. That does feel nice. So if I'm getting off the bike, it's always, I stretch my legs, but try and do a full body stretch when you can. Normally I do this on the saddle, but in the interest of trying to keep everything in frame so you can see. So you want to put a foot on your saddle. If you can touch your toe, touch your toe. Just want to bend down as far as you can. You're really feeling that, this lovely under thigh part. But yeah, just stretching that in. Do the same on the other leg. It's quite good actually. The bike is like its own little stretching rack, I like to think. You can do quite a lot with it. Pull that back. Sorry, I don't have a more technical term for the muscle under there. I call it the under thigh muscle. I really should know what these are, but like I say, my brain is not working today. And clearly the bike's brain's not working either. So, just swap over again. We just did one facing straight on. So now, I'm going to get chain grease on me, but put your leg to the side, and again, just touching over. And you want to feel that through your groin. Normally we do this out in the lounge, but a little bit cramped in here. The bike room's not huge, as you can see. We'll just skedaddle over the other side again. It's like musical chairs. So facing on. A bit like, imagine you're in ballet, a bit like a bar. And we do to that side. But yeah, feel that right through your groin. Cool. If you're still pedaling, well done. Got just less than a minute left of this cool down, and then you'll get all your stars. So well done. Cool. Another one which you won't be able to see, but sorry. Put your foot flat and then lift your toe up, and you're going to bend down and touch your toe, but with straight legs, if that makes sense. I'll do an Instagram story on it, but that is kind of my go-to quick 3 stretches just for my legs getting off the bike, and then on the ground just to stretch out the back of my ass really. It's what I call pigeon pose, but again we'll make a video on stretching because I think this is pretty hard to show you in the confines that I've got, which is pretty much this. So thank you for joining me today. I apologise that we had some technical difficulties and it's probably not what you tuned in to see, but here we are. Yeah, thanks for coming. Happy Monday. I definitely ate that sandwich just before I got on, and it's really sitting in here. So if you need to take your cleats off while stretching, do so. And the next video we'll post will be a upper body workout, because I do think it's important that obviously on the bike we use our legs, but our core is very important, and I do believe in upper body strength as well. Well, so things like putting your bike in and out of the car, or lifting it onto the roof, or all of that stuff. So join us for the next couple of ones, and thank you so much for coming and bearing with me, just listening to all of this.